So that shiny new game just came out, Gothic 1 Remake, and you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Well, let's take a look at the game for some first impressions. Keep in mind this is not a full review, this is a quick look at the game. I played this game for a bit over 3 hours and it's been pretty good. I haven't played the original games, nor have I heard of them before, so this is a new experience for me. I do have a few points to go over to begin with. First off, there's no map to begin the game, and I still don't have a map even now. Several characters have mentioned a map, so I know I can get one, but I just haven't figured out where yet. So a lot of the time I'm just wandering around trying to figure out what to do. That's because there's no waypoints or markers to follow, so it's intended to be this way to begin with. I oftentimes recheck the quest over and over to figure out what I should do, but even then I wasn't quite sure where everything was. I just looked it up, and apparently there were 2 different people selling a map in Old Camp, and I just happened to not see them. Wow, okay, I could have saved a lot of time if I had a map. Anyways, another thing that I want to mention is your character's strength, or lack thereof. My character feels like he's made of paper mache. He's incredibly fragile. You'll die in 2 hits to pretty much all creatures, maybe 3 hits. As for attacking, well, to begin with it feels a bit clunky and slow. If I hit an enemy, half the time I can't defend in time before they can strike back, because my initial strike animation was still finishing. Also, you have low health and low attack damage to begin with. I came across many different enemies that were simply way too strong for me. I did kill a few enemies by glitching them. I wasn't a ledge lower than them and they couldn't hit me, so I kinda cheesed it. But for the most part, I mostly just ran away from enemies. If I did fight, I'd strike and then immediately dodge back, as the dodging seemed a little bit better than defending, at least initially. The game doesn't really explain how to do things. By pressing random buttons, I found that melee weapons have about 3 or 4 different attack moves. Some are faster, some are slower. I also tried a bow that I found later on, and it works pretty good. It seemed to do about the same or a bit more damage than the sword that I was using. Arrows are limited though. I sometimes found them just laying around, or you can buy them from merchants. That goes for melee weapons too, as well as most items. You can find them just around, or you can buy them. But stealing is possible, though when I tried, I was caught every single time. It's like the NPCs could see me through the walls, and they just knew instantly when I was taking something. So I'd probably avoid stealing for now. You can equip armor, but only a single piece. It's not like helmets and gloves and boots. It's not like that. It's just a single piece of armor. I never found any when I played, but I did see a merchant selling a shirt, which would go in the armor slot. Then you have 2 ring slots and an amulet slot. I never found any rings, nor did I see any merchants selling any. I did, however, find an amulet. It gave me +5 edge and +5 blunt. So for edged weapons, like swords, it would be +5 to that. I guess that means damage. And for blunt weapons, like a club, also +5. You do have an inventory, and there's no weight limit or size limit, so have fun filling that up. I collected many different plants and healing items. That was the majority of the items that I had in my inventory, as well as different kinds of meat. When you kill an enemy creature, most times you can pick up raw meat from it. You can eat it raw for a small health boost, or you can cook it when you come across a campfire and it'll heal you even more. I recommend doing that. There's no stamina here, it's only health and mana. Apparently, you can also use magic in this game, though I didn't get the chance to try that. I did find a couple magic scrolls, so I tried one, but nothing happened. I think it was glitched for me. So there's magic scrolls, and then just normal magic, both of which uses mana. There's 3 different factions that you can join in this game. All of them have faction-specific quests, so I guess that's good enough for multiple playthroughs if you're interested. However, it seems there's only one ending, so the end will be the same no matter what. Now let's talk about leveling up. I leveled several times, but nothing actually happens. Your character doesn't get stat points. There's no skill tree either. What this game does is different. You'll get 10 learning points every level, and there's different people all around that can teach you skills, and these skills cost learning points and ore. Ore is the main currency in this game. You'll get ore when you sell items, and items will also cost ore. I've always been really low on ore. Anyways, some people will have skills that you can learn for say 10 LP or learning points and 20 ore, or maybe 50 LP and 200 ore. I haven't learned any skills so far, as I got all of my levels when I was away from those people, and I just haven't gone back yet. Some things that you can learn is better one-handed combat, which includes attack canceling, something I desperately want, and combo attacks. Another person was selling lessons on lockpicking, which I also really want. I've come across many different locked chests. Almost every hut or house has a chest in it, and all are locked, and they require lockpicks. And also lockpicks can break, and you'll have to buy or find some more, and that sucks because these locks are actually pretty hard to pick. I even saved the game, used all my picks, reloaded the game to try again, and I still couldn't open it. I did that like 10 times, or 20. Also, I'd recommend saving pretty often. The game does automatically save, but usually only after bigger things happen. So if you're exploring for 30 minutes and then you die to a creature, you have to go go all the way back to the last save. I found this out the hard way. I lost about 30 minutes of playing, so I recommend saving before any fight that you get into. I'll leave the story for you to listen to, so I'll skip over that, but it does seem interesting enough so far. I've only been to a couple locations so far, Old Camp and the Swamp Camp. The Old Camp is the first location. There's a castle in the middle with buildings all around it in a circle, and then walls all around that. I spent quite a while talking to people here and traveling all around this area. You can't go into the middle though, the part where the castle is. At least not yet, you can't. So I haven't been in there. Next, I went to the Swamp Camp. These guys are different, a bit more unique, and they follow their own god. There's a lot of trees here, and they have bridges and huts in the trees too. Just like in the Old Camp, there's an area here in the Swamp Camp that I can't enter either. At least not yet. Maybe if I join them, I could. As for enemies, there seems to be a variety of creatures here. There's orcs, wolves, goblins, flying bugs, and more. Because this game has no HUD or waypoints, I'd recommend getting a map as soon as you can. Also, it seems the beginning of the game is quite slow, and you're pretty weak, so be sure to save often as you explore and get your bearings. The performance of this game seems good for most people, but there are several people I'm seeing on Steam leaving comments of bad performance and crashing. For me, I never crashed, and performance was actually pretty good, even with the maxed out settings I was using. The game looks on the better side too, so I'd say optimization as a whole is not too bad to begin with. Overall, I think this game is good. The map is open world, and you start really weak, so you have some good exploring and progression to do. I'm liking the game, but be sure to watch several other reviews before you buy, because this game requires a little bit more exploring and searching for people and locations than usual, and some people may not like that, though that's my personal opinion. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you on the next one.